All right, Dr. Bohle, thank you very much for your talk today. My first question for you is, how did the fall of the Soviet Union shape the capitalism of East Central Europe?
I think there are two things which are very important. So the first one is because it was a communist system and a state-led economy. The counter-reaction was by many elites, post-Soviet elites and then also post-communist elites, was to get rid of the state and to get rid as much as possible of this command economy. So it was a very, very strong liberal drive. And then at the same time, these capitalisms were born during a time when neoliberalism was dominant in the West as well. So they got all the advice from the IMF and the World Bank and whoever that basically they should build neoliberal capitalisms. And this is what we see in most countries that built capitalism. Not all of them did, right? But the East Central European countries, it's a very neoliberal type of capitalism.
And in your seminar today, you explained that Greece got an especially harsh reaction to the debtors' revolt compared with those in other countries. Could you maybe explain why?
I mean, I can only do guesswork, but my impression is really that there was very, very little sympathy on the part of the European rule makers and especially of Germany with the very left-wing government and with basically the fact that they indeed revolted and did not comply, and this was considered as something which is just not okay, right? And the other argument is also that, of course, that the creditors wanted to basically save their own investments into these countries or into Greece, so they wanted to make sure that there is a constant flow of paying back at least parts of the debt.
All right. Then finally, what would be the best argument that could convince member states of the moral hazard of bailing out indebted member states?
That's a very difficult and very good question, and I think it's a $1 million question. If I knew the answer, I would go to the Germans and tell them, look, this is the way. But I think in many ways it is probably framing the issue differently. So if I think about the most, the country most concerned with moral hazard, Germany, I would really say, look at your own history. Right? Look at when you needed to be bailed out, and you were bailed out, and you did not have to pay back the debt. And also look at what austerity led Germany to, because I mean we always tend to forget that basically the 1930s started with harsh austerity in Germany before becoming the Third Reich, right? So if that lesson would have been conveyed in Germany rather than this kind of moral righteousness, we are the ones, the good ones. This might have pushed at least some parts of the German population and policymakers in the right direction. But as I said, I'm not sure I have a good answer to that.